Hello, family. Hope you're having a wonderful Lord's Day. This is our fourth Sunday to live stream our services. The first Sunday we live streamed, we had an open service. Then the elders and ministers met on Thursday, March the 19th. Very, very difficult meeting, but we came to the conclusion that we should only live stream our services, not have an open service, to limit the exposure of our members. I was a participant in that first service, and I got to tell you, it was weird. Barry used the word awkward this morning. It was awkward. It was awkward plus. I'm usually at the building a couple of times throughout the week when there's not many people there, but not during worship times. It was very surreal when we were singing and you look about and there's 5 others. We were taking the Lord's Supper, we look about and there's 5 others. It was a challenge to do that. Since we've had 3 services at home, we've been live streaming like the rest of you are. I don't like that. I like being at the church building. And I'll tell you, I can't wait for when the family can get back together and meet as a family. And we're reunited there at 1606 East Main Street. What a great day that will be. It's been an absolutely beautiful weekend. Spring is here. The trees have leaved out. Wisteria has bloomed and on its way out. Pete Barber has a beautiful wisteria bush by his driveway. It's been beautiful this year, but it is on its way out. Azaleas are blooming. You can see this azalea behind me. Let me show you a little something here. Where is he at? There he is. The little hosta I got from Ricky Lindsay a couple of years ago, and some purple flowers that my wife calls weeds, but I guess one man's weed is another man's flower, right? If you're out and about town, if you're out getting some essentials or you're an essential worker or something, let me encourage you, drive by the church building. Look at those azaleas. They are absolutely beautiful, as they are every year. And that's encouraging. The seasons are set in place by design of God. This consistent pattern assures us that He is in control of all things. I want to share with you some encouraging things happening at East Main. We have several children's Bible class teachers that are preparing lessons and crafts to be distributed to the children. Jeff Mansell has been presenting our normal Bible class for Sunday mornings. We certainly appreciate that. We've added Monday meditation, TNT, Thoughtful Thursday, to go along with our already established devotional times. And there are several in our congregation that are checking on and tending to the needs of our elderly. And I'm encouraged by the men that are coming here on Sunday mornings and leading the worship service. It's difficult to do that, to be there in that environment with those limited people. There's good things happening in East Main, and I'm encouraged by that. Let me share with you a few humorous things. Jimmy Fallon, who is the current host of The Tonight Show, often asks his viewers to share some funny thoughts. He calls it the hashtag series. He has asked his viewers to come up with new movie titles for sequels made in quarantine. Edward Washing Hands instead of Edward Scissorhands. Don't Stand By Me. Honey, I Flunked the Kids. A Star is Bored. Good Will Hunting for toilet paper. Gloves Actually. The Devil Wears Sweatpants. And let me encourage you at this time, go put your jeans on, go put some dress clothes on, because those pajamas and those sweatpants will lie to you. Stay at Home Alone. And for all you students, Ferris Bueller's Year Off. He also asked his viewers to describe their quarantine in 6 words. A couple of these. Yes, Netflix, I am still watching. Day 1, ate all the snacks. Expelled my kid from homeschool. Is 7 Hot Pockets too many? You know, we all like to be in the know. We want things to be predictable so we can make plans. We're uncomfortable when we're out of our routine and in the dark as to what will happen next. We very much like to be in control. So much for that right now. Since we have way more questions than answers, we're having to cope with unpredictability and way more variables than is our normal routine. It makes us aware that we are all vulnerable. We're as not in control as much as we thought. And at this time, you may be feeling a longing in your heart. You may be yearning to trust. Let me read for you the 46th Psalm. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, just as the break of dawn. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come, behold the works of the Lord, who has made desolations in the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in the fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted in the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Amen. What a psalm of peace and comfort. Also, I want to look at 2 Kings chapter 6. In this story, the king of Syria is trying to get his hands on Elisha. He has sent a great host of horses and chariots by night to surround the town that Elisha was in. Let me start reading here in 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 15. And when the servant of the man of God being Elisha, arose early and went out, there was an army surrounding the city with horses and chariots, and his servant said to him, Alas, my master, what shall we do? And he answered and said, Do not fear, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them. And Elisha prayed, and he said, Lord, I pray, open the eyes that he may see. Then the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. The young servant couldn't see. He couldn't see what Elijah could see. Elijah knew that God and his warriors were there. Sometimes we are like that young servant. We fail to see, but God is here. The heavens and earth declare his glory. Paul said in Acts 17:27, he is not far from each one of us. Yes, we are confident in the care and vigilance offered by our healthcare workers and professionals. We listen carefully to our civic leaders. Most of all, though, we will trust in our God. We are one nation under God, and in God we trust. He is omnipotent. He is in control. We are not. I hope you have found this time together beneficial, and I hope you have found it encouraging. We want you to know that the eldership cares for each one of you. We are praying for each one of you, and we ask that you do the same. Thank you.